Okay, good morning. My name's Stephen. I'm one of the pastors here, and we are coming at you with some very special news. For this news, I have a very special guest. So, will our guest introduce themselves?
Hey folks, this is Rob Davis here.
Woo! Thanks, Rob. Thanks for being here with us. So many of you heard on Monday that Governor Baker released his staged plan for reopening our state, and churches were a part of stage one. Rob, what are your initial thoughts about reopening the physical buildings for churches and for our church specifically?
I just wanted to give you a quick update on our current thinking in light of Governor Baker announcing that we can reopen churches. We will not be doing in-person service for the rest of May, the next 2 weeks. We want to make sure that as we start doing church again, and I am really looking forward to seeing people in person, but as we do church again, that we can do it in a way that it's really a positive, meaningful experience, and certainly want it to be safe.
Okay, so let's see. Dates are fluid. Safety is our biggest priority. What should we expect, Rob, when we return?
I think we need to use common sense, and I am feeling that we will probably be more restrictive than Governor Baker just to make our church, safe. But we know that we cannot do children's ministry, so the kids are going to have to be in with us. We also know that everybody has to wear a mask, including kids over the age of 5. And we have a host of safety things that we need to be thinking through. Firstly, I want to encourage people to be wearing disposable gloves. I would like people to be thinking like a hospital. When you enter the building, that you would use the sanitation, hand sanitizers, and clean your hands.
Okay, a question for you, Rob. What will you and I and the other leaders in our church and staff be doing to help our church to meet the guidelines that Governor Baker set out for us?
Obviously, we need to space out the seating in the church so that there's sufficient space. And while Governor Baker has said no more than 40% of capacity, we will be more restrictive than that. We will be taking our seating arrangements very seriously. The other thought would be, as Governor Baker has said, we will not have meetings in the church before or after. In other words, no coffee, and nobody's sneaking in to get coffee.
Oops.
And very strangely for us as a church is we're going to require people to pre-register. I mean, have you ever had to pre-register to go to church? But we need to do this for 2 reasons. A, to figure out, do we have the capacity? And B, we need to be able to track for COVID-19 purposes if there's the need to track who was at church.
Okay, let's make sure I got this right. Social distancing is happening from the second you get out of your car until you sit and after you leave, including the distance between seats. 40% or less capacity in the sanctuary for chairs. Masks will be worn at all times. Load up on hand sanitizer and we'll have stations all over the place. Stay home if you're sick or you're vulnerable to infection. And no coffee. No coffee, right? Did I get all of that correct, Rob?
Folks, I know it's a lot of details to go through, but that's our current thinking, and it's bound to change, but we will keep you posted. Bless you. Bless you.
Well, thanks, Rob. We really appreciate that. Thanks for filling us in. And on a serious note, we are taking your health seriously. And online services are not going away. So if you are vulnerable, if you just don't feel comfortable coming back into the building when we start having services here in person, do not worry. You are not getting left out. We are going to continue to record online and have online church the same way we've been doing it for the past couple of months. That isn't disappearing. We're going to continue with that. We will still be bringing church to your home for the foreseeable future. Let us know if you have questions. We're here for you. We want to answer them, and we'll keep you informed of our plans as we continue to roll out what it looks like to come back to the building during this time. We're grateful for you, and we're grateful that we get to do life together and to worship Jesus together. Have a great week.